going on, honestly. This is the whole of a cable. But like, I don't know. Look, I don't have nails. Like, at all. And also, my neighbors did a party since 5 to 9. I feel like I'm not that into parties anymore. I mean, I used to be really loving the vibe and whatever, but I don't know. It's just the feeling that I got from that is just not the same. And I've been taking a break for I don't know how many it will take this break. Probably will be 3 months. The angle is really weird, by the way. The angle is really weird. But if you look at another angle, it's also more pleasant to me to talk in this way. But I don't know. I just hear the party because my neighbors start at 5 and that ended up being like 9. Like as I'm recording these, they finally stop. And this not because I don't love that. It's because my dogs don't like that. And even though they were like so much pyro, like my dogs are really scared with that. And like it's a lot of like in my it's just not for me, it's too overwhelming. I don't know how I used to enjoy. Like I really do enjoy that or something because I quite don't understand. Do you call me mom? Oh, I'm pretty okay handling my emotions because today I decided to record a podcast because I always record on Sundays and post on Mondays. So that was my routine. And I did. I could not watch that. Mm, yeah, I could not do that. But I did a makeup type thing. I don't know about cars. I'm not impressed about cars. I respect how a car is built. I don't know. But my teacher forced me to study cars because of my major, and I think I know how it's a car. Oh, well, I'm not into knives. The only knives that I touch is for the cook. That's the only knives that I touch. Thanks. Yeah, you can tell. It's really nice. Look, saw the games of I saw the movie, all the seasons, 5 seasons, 5 movies. Now, man, keep your darkness to you. I have a hard time with that. I have a hard time with that. I have a hard time with that. I met um, people, so I don't know. Can we talk about something that doesn't include knives? No, I won't talk about it. Why you wanna know my Thai blood? Why so interesting? Why? Wait, you had a profile picture of like. No, I don't wanna do that. Hmm. You know what's funny? I used to think that I have a certain type of blood type, and then the doctor told me other things. I'm not scared also to blood because I clean the health department when I used to work in cleaning, and there I find some fluids, and yeah, that's it. I met some gangsters, but I won't talk about it. And yeah, some people are really tough. I have a family member that works in health department, and they have a lot of things, a lot of things. Like they're really cold to do surgeries, to do things, and it's really hard because they're married to someone who is a total opposite. Like is a total opposite of like really sweet, really kind, really spiritual. And my uncle, I feel like, is really cold. I feel like it's the greatest uncle because this kind of like the uncle of my uncle, like my uncle. Yeah. No, I don't want that. I don't wanna. I'm triggered at this moment. Please change of topic, please. I thought that the vibe would be nice today, but I don't know. No, bro. You don't know any of pain. I lifted. You know what is pain for me? I lifted how many pounds? It was like 35 kilograms in arms. And I did that nonstop for 30 minutes. And yeah, 30 minutes. Then you know where and what is pain. That was pain. That was really pain. This shirt is it get darker. I'm gonna call somebody after this. What did I do? Thanks, Sarah. Sarah. Okay. Okay. Are you okay, XR? You're not hard, tough. Mm. How are you, XR? Korean? I can pronounce some of the names. Yeah, I miss also the girl that I talked to. I mean, it was one day, but I still do miss that. I do miss her as a friend. Mm. I really don't know. Anyway, I don't know. Take care of my makeup and record today a podcast, or maybe just like tomorrow record a podcast because it's really late. It's really late. It's really late. It's really late. My name is Sorry. Hi. Nice to meet you. But I don't know if take it off my makeup because it really costs me to do this makeup. It really takes me 20 minutes in my makeup. You know what is the step that takes the most? Take most time? It's just um doing my lashes. That takes the most time. But I believe in God. What I believe in the universe. I'm panties and this is the necklace that I have of panties, which is actually Saturn. But I call it universe. I feel that was universe. When I get to the jewelry store, they got this for me, and yeah. But I have my numbers clogged out of my Facebook page because I have people that call me. You know what happened? I have a client that called me yesterday. I was taking a nap and they called me. Oh my gosh, you gave class of like how to play these things and stuff. And I already updated my store. Like I already updated my thing about related business, whatever. And I really said no, I'm not giving that services to like teaching about how to play instruments. And it was really funny because that call made me wake up at the right time that I need to wake up after my nap. But it's nice to have some people that call you. Sometimes I receive weird calls. Sometimes I just like, do you want to work in this kind of thing? And, whatever. So, yeah. I really don't know. Maybe this single is too much. Maybe I need to come back to this single. But it takes so much to do this makeup. I don't want to take it all. I'm not in the room with my brother, actually. Hmm. And that's it. So yeah, I miss talking to some of you. But I really tried cheese, like melted cheese, and it was really good. I love the spicy cheese, so I tried spicy cheese with like natural cheese melted in the bread, with some spice on top, a little bit salt, and something to drink. It was really simple, but I did enjoy that. So yeah. Hi, Mariko, Mariko. I want to talk about some of the stuff right here, but I can. After I release my song, um, better late than never. Better late than never, like too late. I don't know, but like something related with late. That's all that I can tell you. And that moment when I realized that I need to change the song really changed me. And I really want to give my all to just focus into the song. It's been okay. And I was about to wait like 3 months, but like this thing happened. these things really happen. And yeah, I remember the time that I was thinking about waiting 2 months or 3 months to change the like profile picture, because most people do that. Like you can never see that movement at all for me. And so, but I decided to be spontaneous. Like at the end of the day, I know what I like, what I don't like, what I do love, what I don't like. And it's also for the Pride Month. It's something related to, like, I feel like when it comes, you will know, but like it will come soon. It will come soon, and I don't know if I need now to double it. Like, have you ever seen those TikToks or those videos where like somebody's tearing their songs? Yeah, that is me as well. And sometimes I'm just like, okay, I'm going to do this video, I'm going to do this thing, going to record and like connect into my camera. So yeah, basically that was pretty much going on. And I hope the release will come. It's not nothing dramatic. I mean, it is, but it's not nothing to worry about. That's was a thing that it really happened. And yeah, it's like grieving the straight me type thing. Because we always think some stuff's like basically that. I'm touching a hard topic. Also, I'm opening up about many things, and I don't know, just being in that sense, and I'm juggling certain emotions, and then I'm letting certain things come in, and at the end of the day, I feel like the blessing that I had always was that I genuinely don't have a partner, so I'm able to be talking about my emotions without feeling the guilt or worry about like these things I'm feeling, these things I'm not feeling. It is a hard topic. It's really heartbreaking song. I'm avoiding that song for a long time. I feel like it was 8 months. I was avoiding that for that long time. And so I'm juggling many feelings. I can't really tell you what kind of things. And yeah, pretty much the feeling that I had is just It's gonna be okay. You're not going to crash out again. It's just fine and it's okay. We can talk about being in love, being loving, being really excited, being really in limerence, being really happy, but how I don't have those things with me. I do had some sadness not related to that as well that I really want to talk about. Let me wait. I'm worried about my cat sometimes. I feel like the minute that my cat will go out, I'm like, if you don't come back, I'm going to make dress as a cat to relieve the pain. Also, because it's too attachment. My cat, I feel like sometimes it just gets someone because I'm too affectionate to my cat. But it's okay, as long as my cat is happy and is healthy. But like they don't, my cat doesn't gain weight. It's more thinner than me. It's more thin. Doesn't matter how many times I feed them. He doesn't want to get a little bit chubby. I don't know, but yeah, I'm juggling sadness a lot, and I've been waiting so much to do this song as well, and I feel that when I don't know, because the sign that I received from my therapist was like, you are now like just doing check-ins. We're no longer doing therapy, and that was a sign to like be actually in tune more with myself. And then like the minute that I realized now I can talk about hard topics such as grief, feeling sad, feeling jealous, feeling angry, feeling whatever, allow me to just did that, because it's like you are going to the rough beach, but like you have all the tools to survive. You know what I mean? It's like I have everything to survive and not get involved too much or not be overeaten by the feeling of sadness, anger, whatever. As long as I'm able to, I'm not going to drop out or just be all over again and be again with myself. I'm smarter than my emotions, and it's really surprising. Like, for example, my dogs today take all the trash that I had, and they really were like, um, taking really all the trash that I had. And like, they opened the boxes, they did that unboxing, they leave all of that. And my body, my mind wanted to scream hard. I wouldn't tell if I'm bad, but like, I don't let my emotions sit, but I just feel like it wasn't me at all. Like, I feel that I need to handle that. And that was a minute that I let go. And I started to clean. Of course, I sent my dogs to their beds. I was like, get in your bed. And then we're like getting to clean. Because it's generally bad for their tummy as well. Like, it's not just for cleaning. They threw up, and it's worse for me and worse for them. So it's needed to good cause. But matter of fact, dolls couldn't really. It's really sad and heartbreaking. It's also, I'm comparing this just like if you're eating bad food or just like junk food. It's like they eat those things that we consider trash, and their stomach doesn't digest that. They just poop that out of their system. So just to fill the void of food, you know. Oh my gosh, it's really sad. Like, it's just really heartbreaking. And the most heartbreaking thing about this, and that I learned also from humans when they are in those patterns, and even though I allow myself to have a little treat quite time to time, but the thing that happened with this is that dolls, even though because I tried that when I was more younger and I was a little kid, um, they can really don't want to eat the healthy food, that they don't want to eat maybe a piece of beef that you want to give it to them. Maybe they don't want to eat food that we consider that are made for dogs, that package like inflatables. Like their system doesn't want that anymore. That some of them can might want that, but like most of them just smell that and they're like, yeah. So that happened also with humans, but how humans have an understanding, it is really different. So just being okay. It's really heartbreaking though. I have all the hard times that I pass for, and it's really heartbreaking. Like it is sometimes. It's really quiet now. I'm going to take off my makeup. One fact that I've been mentioning a lot is that how I tend to cry or tear consciously or unconsciously sometimes. Um, I wear fake lashes because of that. I'm recently making my mascara like I did 5 minutes or so, and I don't know, it's just heartbreaking to say that sometimes. But that was another reason. Maybe I need to pick some eyelashes that were like better in the future because the one that I had were thicker, were really thick, and I love them. But I don't know. I want to let my eyes breathe. Going to take off my makeup. I did the best that I could this day, and I genuinely don't know how this day might be. But I'm not. I don't have the power to how beautiful it is to be like this and being like everything is going to be well. How wonderful will be that. I'm very beautiful. And right now I'm just juggling emotions because of my season. I myself. It's not because of somebody. I'm really single as I don't know. What is the most lonely creature, romantically speaking? I will say a rabbit in the desert. There's like a mouse of the desert that I saw in a documentary of 2016. No, it was like 2015. But the creature I would say might be that. Or like a snake. A snake is really lonely in the desert. They eat and they just they eat and they're just underground and everything that. I always wanted a lizard. I wanted actually to adopt a lizard that I saw, and when I catched them, they were really like that. But there is a mechanism to protect them, but like I was scared. I thought that I killed the lizard, and I was like, I'm going to hold because it was a tiny lizard on my hand. I thought it was like a little snake. And it was so cute, and I showed it to my teacher screamed. Only me find this little lizard on the mountains, like in the high mountains, really cute. And I don't know, I just thought that it was cute. The design also was good of this lizard. And when I hold it, it was really cold, and I thought Maybe I should put it in my pocket, but it's still cold. And then my teacher told me that you should leave it on the ground and they will be alive. And it really worked. I was scared. I was overreacting for nothing at this point. And that was the time and the experience that I had with the lizard that I don't like that. Mimo, Mimo, no te vayas. Chito. If you watch my vlog, you might understand why my cat sometimes run over me. I'm too affectionate. I am. Are you a woman or a man? By the way, because I don't know, or a ski, I don't know. But like, I knew that I'm not materialistic because I talked to a guy once. Maybe he said that, and like he showed me his bank account. I don't want to say how many zeros I saw, but that time I learned this is not for me at all. This is not for me. Who does that? And the purpose that I had was none of that. None of that. And yeah, that's when I'm not. This is the thing of how I believe, and how I was raised. It's kind of funny because I'm not impressed with somebody pocket. I'm impressed with how somebody treat me. That's the key. That's the key. That's the key to my heart, to my whatever, to everything. That's the main point. And my family is really not catching sometimes because they're telling me they accomplished this. It's okay, but the way that they treat me is different than the way that you know they are. Sometimes it's not. It's just the fact that I start to believe and relearn basically that most of humans, a lot of humans, even though myself, we're not linear. We aren't. And so the minute that you might realize that is when I know those questions. I'm wearing clothes, please. I know those questions. It's the fifth time that no, really, I'm not counting, or I am. No, but I'm just wearing clothes. Today I go out and it really calmed me down. I was getting out and I read this book while I was tanning a little bit. I was in the sun at this park and I really think about and I thought about this book being like, if you really have the balls, if you really have no, I didn't say that, but like I'm saying my own way, and it says that if you really have the courage to express your emotions, you it takes so much of somebody to be that brave to show their emotions, and it's really nice to hear that from a book. I really feel so. I wanted to cry for a moment because this scene was so beautiful that I have been in the park. Sometimes it makes me happy because I don't know. I'm too emotional sometimes, but I want to cry right now. Okay, maybe not on camera, maybe later. It's tears of happiness because I see a little boy being like with a grandpa playing, and I see family there. And yeah, it really makes me be a little bit emotional. That's what I love somebody family oriented. I mean, it doesn't feel like it because I know some married couples that they're married. I mean, some parents that are married but not happy, and some people that were like they were separated but happy. That's the point. Being happy either together or separate. I don't know. It's, the meaning for somebody family oriented is different. I notice that sometimes because for me it can be basically I don't know, you just focus on not over focus on family and not over focus on work. It just focus on being themselves, being nurturing, being handling world emotions and being a little bit more cold than me because this is going to sound silly, but I don't have the courage to be too restrictive with my brother. I don't have that much of the effort. Like I don't want it to make them cry. That's the main point. But yesterday, for example, I tried to tell my brother something and I really started to cry. And instead of my brother to correct me, to correct my brother correct me. That no, that I want to cry, and I'm like, no, it's because I care about you and everything was going on. And my brother didn't since these times where he's a little bit unstable, but that's what I mean. And that was the moment that I realized maybe for me was not teaching in person, was teaching maybe online because I would be more able to do that. But I know that education has been changing and I don't have the time to be, that thing, but I can handle one student per hour or 2 hours max. But maybe it wasn't for me, or maybe it's not right now. Who knows in the future? Maybe in 3 years I will be in a class being like, yes, it's going to. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? My face is not as smooth. My mom also said that I'm a cactus. I don't know. My mom sometimes told me that. Maybe it's a joke. Maybe it's not a joke. Who knows? Doesn't matter if I put Vaseline sometimes. My secret lesson to used to have like a smooth skin. Or I did have a time where I haven't really. Do you know that you do silly things for someone? Well, the silly thing that I did for someone in the past was always I put Vaseline in my face. No, it's not red. Doesn't matter how many times I rub my skin, it doesn't come red. But when I'm in the sun, I get a little bit tan. Thanks to my dad, at least for that. Hmm. I'm going to stay in my house. I'm no longer going to go out. Tomorrow I might go out, but I don't know. I have some mascara left. I apply layers and layers and layers and layers, 4 layers of mascara, and I curve my lashes 8 times, sometimes 12. But that destroys my lashes. And the worst thing is that it doesn't match my orientation. It doesn't match my orientation. It might like I feel like I'm the contradiction of my own body. I have the body of someone who does other jobs. But I decided to study and pursue the most demure major in things. And it doesn't fit. It doesn't fit because my hair is straight, my lashes are straight, my nails are straight. Everything. I decided to be against. I mean, it was from fabric, but it doesn't fit. You know, it doesn't fit. It doesn't fit. It doesn't fit. I feel like it will fit for me, being like, I have a straight hair, I have a straight, and I'm also straight. But for me, it's like, no, I have a straight hair, I have a straight lashes, straight nails, straight things, and I'm not straight. So, no, no, no. It doesn't matching. Things doesn't match. Things did not match at this moment. The matchy matchy doesn't matchy. But I follow this also. This water, like to take off my makeup, this other one is made from rice. Which, I don't know. I never thought that I could find that. I never thought. I need to see my body right now. I'm a little bit bloated. I eat cheese. Well, imagine in your dreams, please. Imagine that. I don't know, so if I will come back to your group chat. People have been missing me. But who knows? Also, I found this brush. This brush for the teeth. And I love this about this brush. Is that it have silicone here. So it makes like double brush. That's the by the thing with me is that I don't know how to respond to a compliment to raise comments. Does that make sense? But I do love comedy. I do love that. Either way, I will brush my teeth, wash my face. I do double washing because I have all this skin. And if I ever get tall, we will age together. They might because I have oily skin. And by matter of fact, having oily skin makes you age way like slowly than other people. Like even for some people take like 5 years. To me takes 10 years to age. So that's why. Because I have oily skin. It's really oily. Like I wake up and it looks like somebody put on me oil all over my face. It's really funny and like I'm going to be oiled up for tomorrow. It's really funny. Hi Alex. I had oily skin. It's not that I have a problem with that. The only problem with that, with sometimes looking a little bit young, is just that I need to bring my ID to be in certain places. Or sometimes people talk with me that I'm talking like a kid to a kid. And then I show my ID and they're okay. We see that. This doesn't matter fact. The funny thing about this is that I get along well with people that work with me because they were younger like I was, and yeah. Thanks, Marco. Thanks. You are. Oh my gosh. Sometimes I'm like, I had the eyes of my dad really hardcore. I had the eyes of my dad. But mine can do things on my eyes that the eyes of my dad couldn't do. They can look everywhere. One time I did this trick being like, whatever. No, I look like this and then I look like that. and then I look like this, and then I look like that. And my grandpa was like shocked because my grandpa didn't wait that movement from me because he was like, he's watching that. Like my brother was like watching their phone, and I was watching the TV, and I was, and my grandpa was like, how he cannot be like able to watch the TV. No, he's watching both, and I was like, how? Like this, and I pulled my eyes being like that, and my grandpa just looked at me being like that. I don't know because the response is common. The best comment that I received. I'm still waiting for that. I am still waiting for that. I don't know when it will come this time. Anyway, it's really late. I need to sleep and dream with whatever thing that I need to sleep and dream. And I don't know, watch my ASMR video that I uploaded recently. Some people think that I'm smoking something, drinking something, but I'm not. I'm mostly sober. The thing that changes is that I'm relaxed. I'm not taking medication. I'm really in my fully normal mood, which is really sad. Sometimes I miss my more intense me, but I'm focusing on to feeling intense, good emotions rather than intense bad emotions, but I'm wake up like relaxed. It's not that I don't feel joyful, it's just that I feel relaxed and I feel good, and I don't know, it never had those things, but it's maybe that. But get excited when I see somebody smiling. I really get excited when I see people like that. I'm too kind, I feel though. But I was kind yesterday to the cashier, and I thought that that was too kind for me. I don't know if this being too pleasant or like being too empathic. Maybe judge me a little bit for this time. So the cashier, because I was about to purchase something, told me that you don't know, she had a change, but like she had on coins, and her face was not looking good, and like she had a long day, and she was basically not able to do that. And I have a little empathy that I go to the bank. I give that a change, and didn't find any bank there, and then I go to uh, a store, and they have exchange for like money and stuff like that, coins to maybe give to her and purchase that little thing. And then I was, you know, this me again. I was late at night, and I was, hey, I had the exchange, and she was like, yeah, she was already tired as well, and she saved what I was about to purchase. I feel that, or maybe not, or maybe yeah, she saved that, and so I don't know. I was too empathic, and the minute I was walking, because I walked like 30 minutes, it did take me like 40 minutes or something, just looking for a place to have the exchange, and then mm, just that, and it's nothing related to me also because I had this belief that everything is meant to be because this is a hard explanation that I'm going to give it to you. Warning if you're sensitive to any type of these topics, but I have a time where I really get late, and I was, even though getting late out of class, okay, and I was having a little something with one of the classes, and I really couldn't understand, and then I talked with like to pay some stuff and whatever some stuff about the school, some materials, some like not the school, college, but like it was done. So at the minute that I go to wait, school and college are the same. School is for undergrad and high school or college, and then I get into these things, and I saw a bus that was coming up really fast. And I calculated the minute that I go with the cab, that I take this time, that I get late, that I been like that, that I everything. And this girl was about to get. Luckily, the another girl held her hands and hold her back. But that was the minute that I started to be less careless about like being, you know, over obsessive about time, because sometimes little things like this could change your day or could change your life one day to another. Because imagine if I was getting late at time, getting on time, getting on those things. Imagine how it would be for me. I really have to be having those things, because I was about to cross even though that street, because I really need to do something, and it really helped me to be okay. I don't know if you're a girl or a boy. Right now, I'm in my moment of peace. I mean, I'm happy. Other than that, I want to enjoy my time without parties, without smoking, without drinking, without hookahs, without washing bad stuff, without drinking things that I don't supposed to drink, and yeah, etc. etc. I don't know. People think that I'm on drugs sometimes. I'm not on drugs, please. I'm not on drugs. I'm the person one against the drugs that you will ever find in your life. But the worst part is that people call me that I am on drugs. I'm not on drugs. Although I see, got my show. I was saying about this comedian that he said I was so committed. Like he was so committed to not drugs and stuff like that, and he gave a presentation to people being like, I'm not into drugs, I'm not all of that. You should also not be into drugs, do more fun stuff. And he followed me like people hiking, people climbing mountains, people doing those stuffs, and as he grew up he also learned that some of these people do drugs. Imagine that. He was with the bumper sticker being like, I'm anti-drug. I'm as well against that. But some people, like in other countries, give medication using that. And some of the medicines that you can find to relax yourself, to ease yourself, to be again with yourself, to be in tune with yourself, all of them have a certain type of percent or like a little tiny of that. A little tiny, but like not that much. Just a little wink of that. A little wink. Mm, so yeah. I wish not be that asleep in this moment. I might enjoy this time. I miss also being enjoying um Father's Day. I miss that, but this is taking time. And yeah, I'm going to my bed soon. I'm already sleepy. I look calendar when I'm sleepy. Bye.